So this one has nothing to do with plants, but it has everything to do with plants if that's what your interest is in. Every single morning since I started this YouTube channel, I go through, I log on, and I read every single comment that I see. And I answer most of them. I really enjoy this aspect of YouTube and the community building that is involved in it. I feel close to a lot of you out there, and I enjoy answering your questions and communicating back and forth. This morning I got a specific question from a young man named Cameron, and I don't know what it was, but maybe it was the coffee. I felt compelled to spend some time answering his question in the best way that I knew how. And my fingers started flying, I started typing. It turned into a long response, but I wanted to give him the best advice that I could muster up at that moment. I have that advice right here. I printed it out, and I thought, you know, maybe this would help him or some other people out there as well that are around his age or even maybe a little older. It might help some of you that are a little bit older than me. It's never too late to start. So I made a few videos like this in the past, and even though they don't have anything to do with plants or a lot to do with plants, I've gotten really positive feedback on them. So if you guys want to see more like this in the future, just let me know in the comments down below. So the question comes from Cameron Kotak, and it goes like this. Hey Mike, I love and truly enjoy these videos. As a young 22-year-old trying to figure out what I want to do with my life after graduating college with a degree I realized I don't want to use. I've got one thing figured out for sure, that I love growing plants and fungi. They bring me a joy nothing else does. As a young person without property, how can I eventually get to the point of where you're at, or the point of purchasing a property and opening a nursery, etc.? All love, Cam. I don't know what it was about this question, but he seems like really sincere and like he just needs a little bit of guidance. Now I'm 42 years old and I don't know even close to a speck of everything out there, but I've got 20 years on him and I know where I was at that point in life. And so, you know, like I said, the coffee was flowing and my fingers started flying, and I'm going to read to you my very long response to him. And hopefully, Cameron, this will help you. Hey Cameron, I can really appreciate where you're at. I was just there 20 years ago, but it seems like yesterday. Forget the degree. If it helps you get a job or move forward toward your goal, then great. But don't hold on to it so tight that you miss the opportunities right in front of you. Many people who have degrees don't end up doing what they went to school for anyway. Life is way too short. Do what excites you and motivates you. My dad always told me to forget the money and do what you love. When you get good at it, the money will come. Each day, your life begins right now, and you can choose to do or be whatever you want, starting right now. You live in a special time, in a land that is overflowing with opportunity. It's not perfect, but keep your eyes focused on the half-full cup. My advice is to first, get your finances in order. Get some kind of consistent income source flowing, no matter how big or small. You're young and it's good to work. You need to be out around others right now. Moving, thinking, making connections, etc. Work on building credit. Not getting into debt, but building credit. There are ways to do this without any money at all. When I was your age, I walked into a bank and told them I have no credit, but I want to build it. I want to take a $3,000 loan out and put it all into a CD. I was just real straight up and honest with them. And I told them, your money's going to be completely safe because you're going to hold it in a CD in your own bank. They let me do it. And I made payments on that loan while the CD grew in value. I paid it off early and then was able to take the money out of the CD, and it was mine. I basically bought my own money, not junk or liabilities, and built credit while I did it. This really jump-started my credit building. Save, save, save. Delay gratification. These are all important points here, so listen. Be different than 90% of the people out there and actually save your money. Learn to cook your own food, mow your own lawn, fix your own appliances, and essentially become self-reliant. You'll save a ton of money. Some people call me cheap. I'm not cheap at all. I just recently bought my wife a 2019 Toyota 4Runner with cash. Brand spanking new, 4 miles. We had never done anything like that before in our life, by the way. So I'm willing to spend a lot of money on quality items that will serve a purpose. But I'm not willing to nickel and dime myself to death on a daily basis. As much as people hate to talk about it, money is an important part of life. You need to master it while you're young. Read all you can about it and prepare yourself. Be patient. It takes time to achieve your goals. Our society demands instant gratification, and it's not helping anyone. Attention span is about 7 seconds in this society, as evidenced by how fast the scenes change on a television show. Count them sometime. I've had this rhododendron dream for 15 years now. I still have it, and I still keep slowly plucking away at it. I will achieve it. In fact, it's already been achieved in the future. All I have to do is wake up and hold that goal in my mind and keep choosing it. That's an important point. Just this morning, I had a comment here from a lady that said, "It never works for me." And it was a comment that she had put on the rose propagation video. "It never works for me." My response was, it has worked for you many times in the future. You just haven't gotten there yet. Don't stop now, or you'll change that course and never experience the joy that is already a certainty. The one motivational piece of advice I can give in this regard is very near and dear to my heart, and has inspired me to no end over the past 10 or so years. It was written by Neil Donald Walsh, and I actually made a video about this a couple of years ago. This is what he said in the book, and there's some context that goes to it, but basically this is what he said. Henry wants to hear it too. "Yet here is a secret of all masters. Keep choosing the same thing. Every morning, wake up and choose your goal. Don't let your mind waver. You need to be constantly immersed in your goal. At your age, you need to be listening to motivational speakers like Zig Ziglar, Earl Nightingale, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, etc. All that being said, if you want that property and you want that dream, don't let anything stop you. Go get it, Cameron. But maybe wait for a year or two until the market crashes first. In the meanwhile, be preparing yourself in all the ways I mentioned above. I have a 3-part plan for success that I started creating when I was young, and it has worked wonders for me over the years. I've never shared it with anyone. Maybe it's time to start a series of videos on all this. I wish you the best of luck, and I'm excited for what you'll do to turn the world on its head. Now get out there and make it happen, Cam. Now, why did I just read that to you? Because I couldn't possibly remember everything I had sat there and typed out to him, and I thought it was really important, and I thought this could help a young man out there like Cameron, and maybe many other young men. That's where I was 20 years ago. There are certain things that you can do to get yourself ahead and get yourself set up for life. I feel like you should start now and start doing them. And this is those things. Anyway, I love this stuff. This is a huge part of my life and what has gotten me to the point I'm at. Am I successful? Well, Earl Nightingale defined success as, I think it was something like this, the consistent pursuit of a worthy ideal. So even though you haven't achieved maybe that ideal yet, or that goal that you have, if you're consistently pursuing it and you're happy with what you're doing, you're successful. So I know that was a little bit deep for the question, but I don't know, I felt obliged to write that. So there you go, Cameron. And I think those are all the things that you should do to set yourself up to be successful. It's about more than just that piece of property. Although that is going to be a piece of your goal, buddy. So good luck to you, and I hope it all comes true for you, man. So if you guys like this one, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to follow along. And if you have any comments or questions concerning this particular video, or you want to see more of this stuff, just let me know, and maybe we can make it happen. If you don't want to see more of it, let me know, and maybe we won't make it happen. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios!